your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth. You have so many things to be grateful for, and then you could extend on that list. Pages and pages, that helps so much. Write a gratitude letter to someone that you love, that you haven't thanked, and give it to them in person. These are happiness exercises. You could look up happiness exercises. I found this in a Broward College textbook in the spirituality chapter. Amazing stuff. Mind blowing. When students did that, we felt so good writing so fast. They were amazed. And then a parent of one of the students came to me and said that his grandmother was so touched by this. Thank you if you're watching. So touched by this that she wanted it to be read at her passing. And that was one of the most amazing students. And you know what? He had a label on him. He gave me this paper saying that he's somewhat limited by some, label. And he was the most amazing student I had sitting in the front. I love you, brother, if you're watching. And I love you, mama, if you're watching. Thank you for all the moms. How to cure depression. Go outside. Get sunlight. You don't have to move if you don't want. Yeah, I do recommend moving and walking and observing all of these plants and animals and insects and people. Say hello to a stranger or someone you haven't met yet is a more descriptive word for that term. Even modest amount of activity such as a 10-minute walk or swim to start, even if all of your bones hurt, it will help if you start moving just a little bit at a time. Even if it's just moving your arm or your fingers, you have so many ways to be able. If you have more excuses than movement, go swimming, do something. Figure out what you can do that will enable you to move and progressively increase it. Take rests if you need it, yet progressively increase, and I highly recommend daily activity. You could take rests, you could do 1 minute at a time, 30 seconds at a time. It builds up. Keep track of it. Write it on your calendar. It's important stuff. Eating fresh fruits and vegetables in their raw state or likely cooked, such as steamed or soup, is amazing. Soup, salad, smoothie. Keep it simple. You have so many options. If you're drinking juice, make sure it's not pasteurized. Juice it yourself or find fresh squeezed juice. And make sure it's dated. Don't drink 3-day-old fresh squeezed juice. 3 days, 4 days is the most you want to go for most juices. You want to drink them, consume them right away. I would not limit myself on any juice, especially if you're active. You could drink a gallon in a day or two. I've drank a gallon of orange juice in one sitting because I'm very active, burning, an extra 1,000 calories beyond my basal metabolic rate. And we're not going to make this too much about food though, yet food is important. If you eat a medicine and it uplifts you, you're not depressed anymore because you take Zoloft or some pharmaceutical. Imagine what food can do. Remember that pharmaceuticals come from synthesizing or man-making foods, plants out of nature. Plants are healing. They communicate with us. Plants have a certain resonance. They communicate with us. So do trees. They are amazing. Find out about plants. If you know a local harvester, find him. Blessed love, Andy Firk. We know a lot of wild harvesters that are sharing what they have, or eattheweeds.com. There are amazing amounts of information that we have at our fingertips on the computer. Rehabilitation with exercise and acupuncture if necessary for healing. I've mentioned this and I can't stress it enough. Get help. Other people may help, including ogfit.com. Come see me if you're in Florida, even if you're international around the world. Let me get this bigger and bigger, international. I could do Skype, I could on the phone completely coach you. I have a lot of content. I only meet with people twice a month right now. So I don't need to see you that much. It's not that important. I don't want to put all the weight on seeing me because I'm not the one doing it. It's you. I'm just going to share some information that helped me. We're at 20 minutes. We may go to 30. Keep on staying in here. Pause it if you need to. This is worth it. I'm telling you. And add on to this video. Please make more videos about depression and expression and curing depression. Sound healing with positive lyrics or comforting sounds such as flutes or singing bowls. I just ordered a little singing bowl. It's only 10 bucks online. We have so much at our fingertips. Again, online is an amazing, amazing place. I ordered a flute after a good friend, Michael Morocco, got me a flute and I learned how to play it. And I kept on ordering flutes. You know, I love abundance, and I don't really like to spend money much, yet when it comes to musical instruments and books, I'm going to spend a little bit of money. Not to mention we have libraries that could get you any college education you wish. And we have, again, YouTube University. We have a lot at our fingertips. I do recommend books over screens. Screens have a certain light that could affect our eyes. The light in the sky can never be replicated. Check out that sun. It's, you know, I call you sun because you shine like one. You're beautiful. That's Wu-Tang, by the way. Again, I love hip-hop. I had to give it up a good bit because I didn't find the lyrics were that positive after I read a whole bunch of metaphysical books like As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, Illusions by Richard Bach, Power versus Force by David R. Hawkins, The Autobiography of a Yogi by Yoganandra. There's so many books that are there for you to learn from. Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now, Deepak Chopra, any of his books, Osho, O-S-H-O, any of his books or YouTubes. It's great to watch on YouTube because he talks really slow, unlike what I'm doing right now. I love you. So sound healing could be as simple as saying, Om. That's thought to be the first sound of creation. You know, some people say, and with the word let there be light, there was creation. So a lot of our scriptures start with that sounds create. And when we look at, you know, the pen is mightier than the sword, this Bobo Shanti priest said to me in Bobo Hills in Jamaica, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will forever affect you. So they're always there. Go in deep healing. Radical Forgiveness by Colin Tipping. Go back in your records, in your memory, and heal yourself. Forgive your mom. Forgive your dad. Forgive your siblings. Forgive your teachers. More importantly, forgive yourself. You're amazing. You're divine. Create positive relationships and connecting with long-term and new relationships. Get contacts. You know, Facebook is cool, yet build deeper on it. See people in person. Talk with people. Get deep relationships with people that create meaning in your life. What is the purpose of your life? What is the meaning of your life? Make sure to be able to answer this question. If you don't have an answer, I didn't have an answer for the first 2 decades of my life. Keep searching, keep reading, and talk with amazing people. You know, they say you're only as rich as the top 5 people that you are surrounded with. You know, and I use that word rich not to connotate money, to connotate how amazing people are in my life. Oh, I have such amazing people in my life. Thank you so much for being there. I could shed tears of joy over and over again at how amazing you are. And I have many times. I cried much more for happiness than sadness, which I don't think actually is you know, necessarily the best thing. I think it's amazing to learn how to cry. And men in this country, you know, the term man up or be a man, I've watched a whole documentary on that. And documentaries about, you know, females and males and how we are trained from childhood to be either pretty or strong. And you could guess which one for each gender. Cry. It's one of the strongest things you could do. A love documentary by Gary Null I highly recommend. He said people who cry live longer. You know, and we generally hear the word no 70 times for every time we hear the word yes. So all you parents, let's figure out a different way of, you know, getting that word no across. No is an important word, yet yes is so much more important in my eyes. This is all just my opinion. Feel free to comment and feel free to send me messages. Again, ogfit.com has all my information. Even has my address. I have nothing to hide, only things to show. I love y'all. Rejoice that life is here. You're breathing, you know. Think about people that could have it worse. 1 of every 3 people in the world live on less than $1 a day, and they probably don't get to ever experience this, or AC. Some don't even experience clothes. And, you know, I also believe that indigenous people live such glorious lives that we have a lot to learn from our indigenous people. You know, Embracing the Serpent is a great movie about indigenous culture, and I believe that we have a lot to learn from our indigenous people, and we could share each other's knowledge. We never go backwards, we go forward. That's a Rasta terminology, and Rasta means love to me. It's not a religion to me. And I love to study all religions, to be honest. Take a little bit from all these scriptures and not follow them so intensely, because they were meant, religious means to be whole. Doesn't mean to separate. That's what it seems to do with a lot of the translation of religion in scripture, yet if you read the books, they all say the same thing, in my opinion. Sunbathing, especially unclothed. I don't use the word naked if I can help it. I use the word unclothed. That's our natural state. And take your clothes off, go somewhere where, you won't get arrested nowadays. Go in your backyard. Go somewhere where you can nice and sunbathe. If you can't, take your shirt off. Pardon me, females, I think it's ridiculous. You can't take your shirt off in public. Wear a bikini or something. Wear something just covering the nipple. I think that's legal. It's so silly. Pull up your, a little bit of your shorts. Get as much sun as you can on your skin. Look at the skin that's not sunbathed. Does it look as healthy? You get vitamin D, and I believe that each and every part of our body needs that vitamin D. If you have over 1 inch of fat on your skin, blessed love, contact me. I could help you, help yourself lose that weight if you wish to. Yet, if you have that much fat on your skin, you might not be able to get vitamin D, so supplement. Remember, supplement means on top of what is already there. So eat as 10 to 30 servings of fruit and vegetable is my guideline, at least, and a handful of raw nuts and seeds every day. On top of that, if you need to supplement, get vitamin C. If you could afford to megadose on a Cereola, Camu Camu, or Indian gooseberry, go for it. Make sure the vitamin C content's high, make sure it's